You hear that? It's the sound of more clicks for Candace Owens. I'm going to show you a piece of video. I'm going to break it down for you, and you tell me if I'm off. Maybe I'm missing something. And again, as somebody who has done this for a living, I can take a story, break it down, and disseminate it to my audience. Candace Owens put out this as part of her recent podcast or live or something where she challenges TPUSA to prove her wrong about things she's saying about TPUSA. And 2 points really jumped out at me. One, is she making Charlie's assassination about her? And two, why wouldn't this still happen, this thing she says was going to happen, even with him passing away? Let's go to it.
I'm going to challenge Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay, Charlie was done. He said it explicitly that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our onstage reunion could happen?
I mean, is it me or did she just make his assassination about stopping her from being on stage with him? I watched it. She's speaking English. It sounds like she just said he took a bullet to the throat before she could go back on stage with him. So let's break a couple of things down. I don't know what her deal is with Jewish donors or Israel, and before you write some stupid comment, I've never gotten a dime from any nation state, any prime minister, any leader of a country, or any country's military. I don't take money from people like that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to try to break down what she's saying. She wants us to believe that she was going to get back on stage with Charlie Kirk and that he wanted her to be back in. Of course, if that's true, his wife, who he loved very much, would have known about that. His wife, who is now the CEO of TPUSA, Erica, she would have known about that. So with him passing away, tragically being killed on live video, why wouldn't she, Erica, want to continue his desire and his wish to have his bestie, Candace Owens, back on stage with him? I would think that that's exactly what Erica Kirk would do. She's taking the reins. She's the CEO. She's going to continue this movement that's becoming a revolution. If Charlie's dream and desire was to have Candace Owens back on stage with him, why wouldn't Erica Kirk want Candace Owens involved immediately? As soon as she becomes the CEO, as soon as she says the show is going to go on, as soon as she says we're going to keep on growing and keep on building, why wouldn't she do Charlie's wish? A wish that Candace wants us to believe is one of his last wishes ever, of having her back involved in the organization. I think that's a rational, logical question, don't you? And let me go back to what I said earlier. It appears to me that she's suggesting he was taken out before she could reappear on stage with him. I mean, did I hear it right? You tell me what you think. Is she barking up the wrong tree? Do those of you who are vehement supporters of Candace Owens still believe that she's telling the truth, she's right, and everybody else is wrong? Do you believe that all this is going on? Keep in mind, she called out some letter that Charlie Kirk sent to Bibi Netanyahu, and she said the letter was filled with Charlie talking about concerns about what Israel is doing in prosecuting this war with Hamas. But it turns out, because Netanyahu released it, Charlie was concerned that Israel was losing the younger people in America because they were losing the messaging war. Didn't say anything about stop doing what you're doing. So again, she also talked about some meeting with a guy in the Hamptons at his house. It wasn't at his house. He proved that it wasn't. She said there were text messages suggesting Charlie said this and that. And then the guy shows the text messages to the New York Post. And it turns out none of that happened. If Charlie Kirk, who again I communicated with for the better part of 7 or 8 years on text, I never talked to him on the phone. I talked to him face-to-face on my show via video link 5 times. I had him on the phone 6 times. That's the 6th interview. It was a phone interview. It wasn't me just chatting with him on the phone. How's the weather? What are you having for dinner? When we talked off the record, off the air, it was always via text. Always. Those who know Charlie know that he loved texting, and he did it more often than anything else. So why doesn't she show her text messages where Charlie says, I need to get away from the Israel narrative, and I need you to come back to TPUSA? Why can't she just present that? And if she does, then I'll say, listen, she was right. But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. And I think this is a really, really important point. And I want you to comment and tell me if you agree with this. If Charlie Kirk had a wish and desire to bring Candace Owens back to TPUSA and to appear on stage together with her, now that he was assassinated, don't you think the organization that he co-founded and that his wife now leads and his great friend and executive producer Andrew is running the radio show and the podcast? You got Mikey is involved and Tyler is involved. Wouldn't these people want his wish to come true? Why would they stop his wish before he was assassinated? I'm here to say they wouldn't. What do you say? Make sure that you like, make sure you follow, make sure you comment. I'm not looking to compare clicks to clicks with her. I can't do that. She's way more popular than I am, and I'm okay with that. God bless her. I just wish that she would go and use this superpower she has with grabbing the attention of those who watch her and consume what she says to really do good with it. Because everything I just said here, I think, is logical, but I'm more than willing to hear you tell me why it's not. Come on!